Okay, gaveling into the joint Hawaiian and Ways and Means hearing. We just have one resolution to hear today, and for the Hawaiian Affairs, it's myself, Senator Maile Shimbabukuro, Vice Chair Keoho Kalole. Also have Senators Ihara, Ocasio, and Favela on Hawaiian Affairs. I don't know if Ways and Means needs to introduce or say any introductory remarks.
No need.
Okay, so we just have it's SCR 57 and SR 39 regarding Kuleana lands and the property tax exemption. So we have 47 in support, no opposition. And for the first that's here to testify is Hanalei Fergustrom in support. Is Hanalei here?
She is not here, Chair.
Oh, okay. Then we have Kaniloa Kamaunu in support.
Also not here.
Also not here? Okay. Let's see. And then I think that might be it for the live testifiers. Okay, so members, do you have any questions?
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know how many people are affected? How many residents or families are affected by this?
Well, if you look at the testimony according to Hipuka Kuleana, is that under the resolution as it stands now, this affects less than 1% of land in Hawaii.
Just wondering how many families, that.
Oh yeah, I know they're seeking an amendment that, and if the amendment, it would be only 3% of Hawaii's land. In terms of the number,
How many families would be helping?
let's see.
I didn't see.
I'm sure about 100.
No, it's hundreds because a lot of them own only fractional interest in the Kuleana.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It's a lot, and some of them are dead or they're not clear, so it would be hard to get a.
Oh.
So Maile,
Kalani, I'm sorry, I said it in English, yes?
yeah, thank you, Chair. So my question's along these lines. Really, in the Mahele, right, the commoners got Kuleana lands, and it was less than 1% of all the lands at the time. Other families got things like Mahele awards. And so, there are Hawaiian families that got Mahele awards. An area that I have some land, for example, was a common ancestor, Keoho Kalole, was given to him. Jared and I are actually related.
Oh, no way.
It was given to them and then down my branch to me. But it's not a Mahele, it's not a Kuleana land. And so there are a lot of Hawaiians. And then the thing about continuous ownership. So a lot of the Kuleanas were used as commutation, which was given to the government for other properties, etc. So this, and then I'm going to just speak for Maui. Maui County already does this. So, when you start looking at the numbers of Hawaiians that it actually affects and the way this is written, it's super small. 100 maybe, or hundreds is what I'm thinking. But
well, that's why, go ahead.
Because Maui County's already done this. So Maui, Molokai, Lanai, it's already in place. But, the other types of awards, like for instance, Jared, because they're a high Ali'i family, they would have gotten lands in the Buke Mahele. And if you look at the Mahele awards, Keoho Kalole is a very prominent name all throughout Hawaii because they got a lot of lands. But then this wouldn't help them with their lands. And they have had continual ownership in different areas. So you see what I'm saying is that you're limiting it to a super razor thin group that for the most part already have this, at least in Maui County, so 4 of the 8 islands.
Yeah, well, your testimony goes exactly to what the amendment is that Hipuka Kuleana is seeking. If you look at Mihana Vaughn's testimony, she says that she wants to also include lands under sections, I think 3 and 4, which, as you said, are lands that were purchased during the Mahele that were not considered Kuleana, but were purchased under the Kuleana Act. And so she wants to expand, they're seeking to expand the language in this resolution to include the property tax exemption for, I think, exactly the kind of land you're talking about, Senator English, that it was during the Mahele that it was purchased. So it would then expand from 1% to 3% of Hawaii's land.
And then the part about continuous ownership down the line, Senator Taniguchi is absolutely correct. Most of it is, multiple hundreds. I've seen some places where it's thousands of owners because it's fractionated coming down. And so, that they try to, I know in Maui, we have some parcels where nobody's paying the tax or one person is paying a small amount. And then we also have others where they're overpaid. Now, the counties, if you do not pay, they'll let you know. But if you overpay, they'll just say thank you, right? So this becomes really problematic. But anyway, the nature, I support the nature of the reso. That I think, but I think it's urging, at least from my county, we've already done this. I think Oahu, I don't know. Hawaii, I don't know. Big Island, I don't know.
No, so all 4 counties already do it. So the Kauai is 150. Hawaii County is 100, Honolulu is 300, and on Maui County they may be eligible to pay no property tax, but you have to go through OHA to verify kuleana.
Okay.
Well,
Yep.
right, and part of it is a continuous ownership. So, like I do know of cases in Hana where someone was awarded, this is back in 1850s, 1860s, up until the 1900 even. A family had a kuleana. They sold that kuleana to another Hawaiian family, but they wouldn't qualify because it says continuous ownership.
So would you want that stricken from the resolution?
Well, the reality is the counties have to enact the law. So this is only a reso urging the counties to expand the kuleana language so you can be more inclusive.
Yeah.
Or maybe taking it out of the reso might be helpful because I think that would help the.
No, don't you have amendments, Miley? So maybe we
Yes,
should
so
go over the amendments.
Kipuka Kuleana did propose amendments. I don't know if they mentioned that continuous issue, but they did mention the thing about, it's lands that were purchased during the Mehele that were not classified as Kuleana, but were under the Kuleana Act. So that's definitely an amendment that they're seeking, but they probably would support the thing about the, non-continuous ownership as well, I would imagine. So.
But the chair is correct too, for the money committee, that it is urging the counties. So, they're urging them to expand what they already have in place. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe in the committee report, we can mention the thing about the continuous ownership for them to consider. So,
Sure.
Okay. So I don't think we need to go into a recess room. Chair Dela Cruz, I think we're ready.
But I think
I'm gonna,
Senator Inouye has
or
a
do you wanna-
question.
Oh, yes, Senator Inouye.
I just want to add, if as well you want to expand this, because as we all know, we're giving this to the county to implement. But when I was mayor, I started to address our Native Hawaiian families and the kuleana properties. And in my findings, I found that the counties, with regards to the land, when it's zoned within the family unit, part of the infrastructure, like standard, they have to come up with the standard roads and everything else, infrastructure. And my feeling at that time was, because it's kuleana lands and they're building homes for the family, so why are we creating them to build roads to meet the county standards? And so I was making changes, but of course I didn't extend my mayor's tenure, but it wasn't carried on. And if some of you don't know, I started the tax relief. I was the first mayor. Of course, I got the other mayors pissed off, Kauai, Maui, and Oahu, because I'm giving tax relief. It was not easy, but I started that in 1991. But having said that, I also think that we should have them address the infrastructure as well. I can see why, if it's going to remain, and most of the kuleana lands on Hawaii County, as you all know, large lands, and having the families live together, why do we need to have paved roads and meet all the requirements of the county zoning laws? So I just need to add that.
But this, Miley, so this is focused on property tax. I'm not sure if you have another resolution or if you wanted anything to subdivision requirements.
Yeah.
Or CPR requirements, but that might be a whole nother discussion. I mean,
that's good, if you can consider that as well.
Okay, we'll see.
or maybe put that in the committee report so that it
Committee
can
report,
be addressed later.
Right, that would be
county.
great.
So exempt them from the infrastructure requirements, the county infrastructure requirements. Okay,
Chair.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Chair.
Yes,
my-
yes, Senator Vella.
Yeah, just wanted to just double check because I remember, when, Mayor Murphy had run for mayor, that was one of the things he had signed, into, I guess, into the city about what you're just talking about right now, to exempt the Kuleana lands from property tax on Oahu.
No, 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 no.
Something like that, no? Was it like that?
No, so it was my bill, actually. So I worked with Rowena Akana to introduce the bill for property tax relief on Kuleana lands. So it started when Jeremy Harris was there, and then when Mufi came in, he signed the bill. But they just pay minimum property tax, which is $300. So they pay the same as the nonprofits and I think the unions. Before it was like, I think, $100, and then the city raised minimum property tax to $300. So they don't get property tax exemption, they just pay minimum property tax.
I knew something was like that. Thank you, Donovan.
Okay, any other discussion or questions? Okay, so, yeah, so I'm gonna, I don't know if we need to, I was gonna recommend that we adopt the amendments from Kipuka Kuleana that Mihana Vaughn talks about in her testimony. And then in the committee report, we mentioned the issue that was raised by Senator English about exempting them from the continuous ownership requirement, and the issue Senator Inouye raised about exempting them from the county infrastructure requirements, and any technical amendments. Is that okay with everybody, or? Yeah, okay. Okay, I hope do I have a quorum in Hawaiian Affairs? Sorry, I'm on my phone, so I can't see who I got. Favela. Okay, great. Okay, and is Senator Keohokalole there to take the vote?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, wonderful. So, okay, if that's all right with everybody, then we'll go ahead and vote for the Hawaiian Affairs Committee to pass with those amendments.
Okay, members voting on SCR 57, SR 39, the recommendation is to pass with amendments. With 3 members present, are there any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Mahalo.
Okay, Ways and Means, same recommendation. Chair votes aye.
Vice Chair votes aye. Senator English.
Aye.
Senator Inouye.
Aye.
Senator Kanuha.
Aye.
Senator Kidani.
Aye.
Senator Moriwaki.
Aye.
Senator Shimabukuro.
Aye.
Senator Taniguchi.
Aye.
Senator Wakai.
Yes.
And Senator Favela.
Aye.
Recommendation adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we are adjourned for the joint.
Thank you. Where's the gavel?
Wham, are we holding on, or are we getting off and
Same room or no?
Yeah, same.
press it again?
No,
Should
same,
we
just
stay
same.
on? Okay.
Okay, calling the 10 a.m. Ways and Means hearing to order. Okay, first item, SCR 74. We have a few testifiers. Dan Gluck, State Ethics Commission.
Are we doing the?
Oh, excuse, sorry, wrong one.
That's the-
Midori Marsha Sue Trent. Okay,
Not available.
okay, thank you. Okay, next item, HB1. We have Dan Gluck, State Ethics Commission.
Good morning, Chair, Vice Chair, and members. Dan Gluck with the State Ethics Commission. Will stand on our written testimony in support of HB1, HD1. Thank you.
Thank you. Charlotte Carter Yamaguchi, LRB.
Good morning, Chair and members of the committee. Charlotte Carter Yamauchi, Director of the Legislative Reference Bureau. We also will stand on our written comments and available for any questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Les Kondo, Office of the Auditor.
Six, 7, 8, and 12 as it applies to my office. I do want to express the appreciation that went into what is now the HD1. I know there was a lot of work to address the concerns that we had about the proposed, or I guess it's the House Bill 1 that would have cut our budget by 6%. The 8% reduction will allow us to continue to be that valuable resource to the legislature. So happy to answer any questions, but thank you very much.
Thank you. Robin Matsunaga, Ombudsman.
Mr. Chair, Vice Chair, members, Robin Matsunaga, I'm the Ombudsman. You have my testimony, and I'll stand on that written testimony, and I'm available for any questions you might have.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we have one person opposed, but their concern is based on the drastic cuts to the auditor, but all legislative agencies have the same cut. And we have another person in support. Okay, we'll go into decision making. Okay, Chair recommends passing out SCR 74 as is. Any discussion?
Chair, I have a question.
On SCR 74?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
No, I'm sorry, not no, the next one. Sorry.
yeah,
The audit, I have a question for the auditor and for LRB.
yeah, okay. So any discussion on SCR 74? If not, Chair votes aye.
Okay, with all members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, next item, HB1. Is the auditor still on, or LRB? Okay.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I have a question for the auditor. In your report, you say that, you want to have your staff comparable in pay. So you have no funding other than getting additional funding in order to have the salaries comparable with judiciary, and I know you do good work, so I'm just wondering in terms of keeping your staff.
Senator, I don't think that's our testimony. About
staffing?
Comparing our salary with judiciary salaries?
Or you're saying that...
No, that may be Wendy's testimony.
Oh, okay, well, I saw here that,
The current budget, the HD1 will allow us not to have to reduce any salaries or have to terminate any positions.
okay. Okay, so sorry, that's
Okay.
awesome. The other is LRB. I see that the annual CSG and NCSL dues are paid through LRB's budget, so I know that she made a statement. Is Charlotte on? I see
I'm
Charlotte.
on.
Yeah, that it be not taken out of your operating budget, that 8% cut shouldn't be for the dues that you pay for us. And I just want to make sure that was in there.
That's the NCSL fee.
Budget.
Yeah, generally, the practice has been that the money is put in our budget to pass through, and we pay it on behalf of the House and the Senate. It doesn't appear that it's in there this year, and so I only raised the issue that if the legislature intends for us to pay it versus they're going to pay it themselves, we would need the money put in to make sure that that's not taken out of our operating budget.
So I guess I'm asking whether it is in or is.
No, she said it's not in her it's not in her current budget.
Right.
Okay. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, any other questions? If not, Chair recommends pass as is. Any discussion? Not, Chair votes aye.
Okay, with 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Adjourn.